What up, everybody? What's good? What's poppin', my peeps? How y'all doing? Hopefully everyone's blessed. It's another day to be thankful, another day to be grateful. Basically, today I wanted to talk to you guys about building a meaningful life and what that means, and some things to, keep in mind, and even some things that I've learned in the past month, 2 months, 3 months that have helped me on my journey to building a meaningful life. I'm not saying I'm all the way there. I'm not saying my life is perfect. My life is super meaningful. But we're all on this journey to make the most of life because we only got one at the end of the day. So we gotta make it right. One thing that I've been thinking about a lot recently is just authenticity and being authentic, being your authentic self. Like, if you really think about it, there's no one on this planet that's exactly like you. You're super unique. Your two parents that raised you, those are the people that are probably the most similar to you, and you're probably way different than them. And it's just wild. Like, you might have twins. My mom is actually a twin, and she's nothing like her twin sister, even a close sibling. I have a sibling. My dad has lots of siblings, and nobody is like another person. That means you can tap into your uniqueness, and you should show the world why you're unique. Show the world your unique gifts, your unique way of thinking. And part of the reason I want to do this video is to put that on display too. I'm Pierre. What's good? Bang. Where the other Pierre's at? What up? On a more serious note, today I want to talk to you guys about a couple things. One is just building a routine, sticking to the routine, being on the grind, and how that impacts your mental health. Another thing I wanted to discuss is entrepreneurship, following that uniqueness that you have within yourself and putting that towards business. Is that a hobby? Something that, fuels you? It doesn't have to just be money focused, but it could just be creativity, art focused. And finally, I wanted to discuss social media and the two sides of the social media coin, how it has a good impact and how it could also have a negative impact. And, just trying to balance the two and using it in the healthiest way possible. So let's get into the first topic about routine and how that aligns with building a meaningful life. For me, when I feel the happiest is when I am on my routine. So my routine consists of, waking up, the normal things, brushing your teeth. You gotta brush your teeth every day. You don't wanna go out to the world being all stanky. I would say brushing your hair, but to be honest, I don't brush my hair. I ain't gonna cap with y'all, but that's probably a part of a lot of your routines. Ain't gonna lie. What else we got? Oh, right, yeah, going to work. Definitely, go to work, make that money. But what's important is after work. Those things, the things you get to decide, dictate your life. Take action, bring it back. Things I like to do outside of the regular day-to-day mandatory things are things like going to the gym. I enjoy playing basketball with my friends. I also enjoy going to the young adults group that I attend. Everyone's routine looks different, and some of the things that I like may not resonate with you, and some of the things you like don't resonate with me. But that's okay, because your routine is specific to you. It's just about finding those things that bring you happiness and joy throughout the week and incorporating that into your day-to-day life. And honestly, I think it is underrated. I find the times where I'm most stressed or I feel weird and I'm not in the best headspace is when I'm away from my routine. When I'm around like-minded individuals like myself, I feel the best. I feel good. And I think that's important to have, being around people that have similar goals as you and trying to work towards something that brings you some joy. Yeah, whatever that is to you, I say pursue it. It helps you stay grounded. When you work towards something, you see yourself getting better at it. It really brings a nice sense of confidence, and you could go about your day knowing that not only are you doing something you like, but you're getting better at it as well. That is a core thing that I've been realizing recently. The next topic I wanted to talk to y'all about is entrepreneurship. And I'm curious, are any of you guys entrepreneurs or pursuing any business ventures? If you are, drop a comment. Let me know what kind of ventures you're feeling. And by the way, if y'all are commenting, y'all best be hitting that like button at the same time. The best way to approach entrepreneurship, I find, is just trial and error. Same thing with routine, trial and error. It's not always going to be fun and games and dandy, sunshine and rainbows and happiness and unicorns. Sometimes it's going to feel like a grind. The overall aspect, like once you complete a project, once you like take on a project that's like, yo, this is a challenge to me, and you overcome that, that's where you can find the joy. It might not be fun overcoming challenges in the moment. When you look back and you're like, yo, look how resilient I am, look what I did. Boom, this was almost impossible, but I did it anyways. That builds a strong mindset, and that brings peace of mind as well, and mental fortitude. Yeah. One last thing that ties into entrepreneurship that I wanted to discuss is investing. This is an excellent way to make some money. It does take some money. It is a bit of a barrier entry to get in. Honestly, if you have a TFSA account, you're already halfway there, trying to put aside some money into the investment account. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't perfect. I don't do it on a monthly basis. I ain't like consistent with it like that. Someone recently was talking about investing with me, and he was talking about his investment portfolio. He was like, yo, he seemed like he was doing pretty well with his investments, and gave me like a mind shift moment. You gotta look at this more as a savings account. Don't think of this as, like a quick trade, get rich quick scheme. It's more about that compound interest and just putting money in monthly, letting it rest, letting it sit there, letting the market do its thing, letting the market work for you. We've all heard leaving your money in a savings account, you're losing money on it because of inflation. Well, boom, investments is the perfect way around it. Solves a problem. Life hack, blessings, entrepreneurship, gang, squad, Sweetermans. Okay, yeah, the last and not least, but the next topic is social media, which if y'all didn't relate to the other two topics, I know for sure 99.999, 100% of y'all can relate. Social media is something that's very time consuming. It takes up a lot of mental space, and honestly, I feel in my own life, I could say it's probably impacted me in more of a negative way than in a positive way. I ain't gonna cap. I have been trying to cut out like short form content, Instagram, all that, and I've been doing an okay job. Even just cutting that short form content out, I feel like gives my brain some space to have more of an attention span. My attention span probably ain't the greatest. I slip up, I'm human, I am perfect. I watch way too much long form content. In fact, what do you think I was doing last night? I was going off hours on hours of long form content. Honestly, it probably ain't any better than short form content. It's the same thing, just boom, an hour instead of 30-second clips, like 1,000 of them. How long form content's set up, it probably is pretty fast paced regardless. But the point I'm making is, we gotta be aware of what we're consuming. Don't be consuming stuff that doesn't make you feel good afterwards. That was part of the reason I wanted to remove short form content from my day-to-day, is because I realized after I'm on that social media, after I'm watching them Instagram videos and scrolling through all these shorts, I don't even remember half the stuff I watched. And it's like, yo, this ain't bettering my life. Now I notice the shift with long form content that it's like, I remember what I'm watching, but still, I am proud of the amount of hours that I spend watching it, and that's something I'm actively working, trying to limit at the same time and replace with better habits. It's a back and forth, it's a grind, and I get at the end of a long day, you want to just sit back, relax, watch something to de-stress, but just, be more aware. That's potentially an addiction. I ain't gonna lie, I bring my phone with me almost every time I go take a poop. Quick pee, I got my phone. And honestly, that's kind of unhealthy if you really want trying to dissect that. You probably ain't supposed to have your phone on you while you're in the washroom. There's probably germs on that. It's pretty dirty. Yeah, it's very dirty. It's not even, it's super dirty. You don't need poo chunks on your phone, bro. You don't gotta be that addicted. And honestly, I think I'm speaking to myself. I ain't even talking to you guys right now. This is more a me thing. I gotta let this homie go. So just, being mindful of that. Shit, that's kind of tough. Yeah, I'm gonna put this down. I gotta practice what I'm preaching, but yeah. I guess, to wrap up the video, hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully the change of pace is what you're feeling. Yeah, basically, just some ideas some things. It ain't something you gotta act on. I ain't some crazy instructor trying to teach you. It's honestly just some revelations I've been having the past couple months, some things I've been reflecting on, some things I've been learning about. And I don't know, I felt like I should share that with y'all. That's honestly it. I was just like, yo, I got this information. I learned some stuff. Maybe it'll help someone else. Hopefully it'll help someone else. If it don't, it don't. But yeah, it's just some things I've been learning about, some things I've been reflecting on. And yeah, it's just like, build a meaningful life. Be authentic. Be yourself. Don't shy away from that. There's only one you. Ain't nobody like that. And having a routine, whether that routine makes you money, whether investing makes you money, fire. And just being aware of, your habits, being aware of the life you're building. Because if it ain't working for you, it's working against you. So yeah, hopefully that was interesting to y'all. If you're feeling it, drop a like, leave a comment. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you made it to the end of the video and you ain't subscribing. What you doing? Come on, show some love, show some support. Who knows? Maybe I'll subscribe right back. And yeah, hopefully you're feeling the video. Hopefully you're feeling the tracks. Might have some tracks playing throughout them authentic beats. Don't worry, we ain't sleeping on that. And we'll be back with another one soon. So peace out. Love y'all. God bless.